Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and welcome to another English lesson here on the channel where I have the opportunity to help you with your English vocabulary, comprehension, and your English fluency. On today's lesson, I have another read and repeat English lesson. Today's lesson is a B-2 English level. And so I am going to read one of my famous stories here today and explain the key vocabulary words and phrases to help you to improve your English. Now, if you want more intermediate or advanced level English lessons, be sure to check out my playlist down in the description of today's lesson. And hang around until the end because I am going to have some quiz questions to challenge you and see if you comprehend what we discuss and learn about on today. So with that being said, welcome to all of my new subscribers. Let's get ready for a little bit of learning and laughter. Let's dive into today's lesson. Melissa, a strong-willed woman, battled through 8 weeks of grueling chemotherapy to fight breast cancer. Let's read and repeat. Melissa, a strong-willed woman. Say that again. A strong-willed woman battled through 8 weeks of grueling chemotherapy to fight breast cancer. Okay, great job of shadowing me. Let's go through some of these key words. A strong-willed woman. So a strong-willed person or a strong-willed man or woman is a person that is determined to see their way through something difficult. It's describing a person that is unwavering, a person that will not quit, or they will not change their mind or course of action. A strong-willed person or woman is described as someone that is stubborn, okay? And you can be stubborn in a good way or a bad way. Here, Melissa is stubborn in a good way. She is determined that she is going to beat cancer. And so she battles. Notice it says she battled. Okay. So she doesn't go to war like a soldier, but mentally and physically she battles or fights against something that is coming against her health. Okay. Something that is grueling. That's a unusual sounding word. Grueling. Okay. So something that is grueling is tough. It's difficult. It's a hardship, okay, a trial that you may go through. So some people say football is a grueling sport. There are a lot of injuries and it is violent, okay? So chemotherapy is a grueling procedure, chemotherapy. So some people that have cancer, they choose to have the cancer treated with drugs. And so what the doctors or specialists will do is they will insert certain drugs into a person's bloodstream that are supposed to fight the cancerous cells in a person's body. Okay. And it takes a lot out of a person. And this story that I have put together describes a lot of women throughout the world who battle breast cancer. My mother is one of those women. I remember when I was a teenager, she went through chemotherapy and actually had one of her breasts removed so she could overcome the cancerous cells in her breast. And so it's a grueling procedure that many women endure. Let's see what happened in Melissa's life. During this time, she lost her hair, but she never lost hope. Okay? Shadow me and repeat that. During this time, she lost her hair, but she never lost hope. Yes, and so sometimes, more than often, women that have or experience chemotherapy, the drugs are so powerful, they end up shaving their hair and they look like me. They're bald. And you know what? Some women, though I believe that a woman's hair is her glory, sometimes some women actually still are attractive with the bald head. And so it's something that they go through, and no doubt some women, it may affect their self-esteem, but it's just a part of the process. I remember back when I was young, when you would see women that shaved their head because of chemotherapy, it was somewhat shameful during that time. But as time has progressed, women that endure cancer have been heralded or celebrated. And now society, when we see a woman that has battled cancer and she has cut her hair, now it is applauded, and we celebrate women that endure such hardship as beating cancer. So it's amazing to see, and many women are supported, as they should be, when they battle such things in their body. Let's continue to learn about Melissa. With each passing week, Melissa's determination grew, and she focused on the day when she could embrace life again. Let's read and repeat. With each passing week, Melissa's determination grew. Determination. And she focused on the day when she could embrace life again. So without question, many people's lives change when they deal with cancer. And so they want their strength to be renewed once again. And so it's a process. And I can remember my mother going through it, and she losing her hair and wearing wigs and not having a lot of strength. Her diet changed, her activities changed, her energy level, it changed. And over time, as the drugs left her system, she was able to get back to life the way it was. And that's what that phrase means, to embrace life again. Melissa wanted to get back to the way life was before having chemotherapy. Let's see what happens. Finally, the day arrived when Melissa noticed tiny strands of hair starting to sprout on her scalp. Okay, we call that stubble. Okay, so when you start seeing hair growing again, like you can see on my cheek as well as on my head, it's time for me to shave. It's sprouting, and we call that stubble. Let's read and repeat. Finally, the day arrived When Melissa noticed tiny strands of hair starting to sprout on her scalp. Now, we primarily use the word sprout when we're talking about plants growing. Okay, you can see the seed beginning to sprout from the earth or grow from the earth. And it's the same way we describe our hair growing on our head in small increments. It's sprouting from our scalp. It was a sign of rebirth, a symbol that she was regaining control of her life. With her hair slowly growing back, Melissa felt like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Let's read and repeat. It was a sign of rebirth, a symbol that was regaining, or a symbol that she was regaining control of her life. With her hair slowly growing back, Melissa felt like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Excellent job. So, a sign of rebirth. Now, this is a phrase, or rebirth is a word that describes newness. Okay, something that was once dead is now alive, or something that was still or stagnant or not moving is now active. Rebirth. Okay, so sometimes we say, oh man, they're born again. They're new. They're not the same. Okay, so that's what a sign of rebirth means. Now, notice she's described as a phoenix, or a bird rising from the ashes. A phoenix is a bird. And notice that rise from the ashes. That's a way that we describe newness. That's a phrase that's used to describe a change for the better. Someone that was once dead is now alive. They're like a phoenix rising from the ashes. The ashes represent the fire that has destroyed something. Okay, and rising from the ashes describes a person having life again. And so Melissa, who was sick, has a rebirth, and now she's healed. All right, let's continue. She was ready to reclaim her regular activities, to savor each moment with a renewed appreciation for life's blessings. Let's read and repeat. She was ready to reclaim her regular activities, to savor each moment with a renewed appreciation for life's blessings. Excellent. So to reclaim, to get back again, okay, to have access to. All right. So to savor means to enjoy. It's just like when you eat a piece of steak or some fish and it tastes really good. It's flavorful and you're chewing it and you're like, We say you're savoring every bite, or you're enjoying. And so that's what Melissa wanted to do. She wanted to enjoy life again. Melissa's daughter, Maya, rejoiced alongside her mother. She was overjoyed to see her mom's strength and resilience pay off. You try it. Melissa's daughter, Maya, rejoiced alongside her mother. She was overjoyed to see her mom's strength and resilience pay off. Go ahead, Melissa. Maya knew that her mother's recovery meant more time together, more memories to be made, and a brighter future ahead. Let's read and repeat. Maya knew that her mother's recovery meant more time together, more memories to be made, and a brighter future ahead. So, a brighter future, meaning she would be able to celebrate some tomorrows. She would continue to live. And of course, unfortunately, everyone does not continue to live after battling with cancer. Some people leave this life and go to the next. And so that's why we should appreciate when a person battles something gruesome and they're still here with us. So Maya celebrated her time with her mother before, during, and after her battle with cancer. Excellent job. Let's read today's story at a faster pace. Then I have a few quiz questions that I'm going to discuss and ask, and let's see if you comprehended what we talked about today. Let's dive back into the story at a faster pace. Melissa, a strong-willed woman, battled through 8 weeks of grueling chemotherapy to fight breast cancer. During this time, she lost her hair, but she never lost hope. With each passing week, Melissa's determination grew, and she focused on the day when she could embrace life again. Finally, the day arrived when Melissa noticed tiny strands of hair starting to sprout on her scalp. It was a sign of rebirth, a symbol that she was regaining control of her life. With her hair slowly growing back, Melissa felt like a phoenix rising from the ashes. She was ready to reclaim her regular activities, to savor each moment with a renowned appreciation for life's blessings. Melissa's daughter Maya rejoiced alongside her mother. She was overjoyed to see her mom's strength and resilience pay off. Excuse me. Excuse me. Maya knew that her mother's recovery meant more time together, more memories to be made, and a brighter future ahead. Wow, I am choking my way through this story. Okay, so let's go to the quiz questions before I gasp here before you. Describe a strong-willed person. How would you describe a strong-willed person? Place the answer down in the comments. Number 2, what does a sign of rebirth mean? I explained that. Can you remember, what does a sign of rebirth mean? And finally, what does grueling mean? Okay, that's a vocabulary word we talked about today. What does grueling mean? Well, that's going to do it for today's lesson. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, even though I was having a little bit of cotton mouth or dry mouth during today's story. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. As always, if you have enjoyed my lesson today, be sure to share it with a friend and encourage someone that you may know that may be battling in chemotherapy or cancer, and encourage them that they can make it through. With that being said, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you join me on my next English lesson.